What's going on, guys? As always, Acclaimed Sheepdog here today. Today we're going to be finally reviewing the Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0. Now, just in case you're not familiar with it, this is the full size. This is the Smith & Wesson M&P full size. This is the full size model that everybody knows so well. This is just the version 2. This is the second generation, if you will, just so we can get that out of the way for anybody that may not know. Now, right off the bat, I just want to say that I love this gun, and I fell in love with this gun. So, and I've just around 600 rounds through it, and it's been 100% reliable. I let someone shoot it, shoot a couple rounds through it. He said that this the metal round did not cycle, but I picked it up off the ground and there wasn't a strike on it. So he either wasn't pulling the trigger, because the take up on this trigger is so light it feels like it's a dead trigger sometimes. So it's a very nice trigger, very nice improvement on the trigger. So here's the trigger right off the bat for you guys. You have this very light take up, so it's not gritty. It's not gonna make you want to. Then there's the brake. There's the brake. There's the reset. There's the brake. There's the reset. Very nice, crisp, and tactile reset. I've never shot so good with a gun before. I can shoot amazing with this pistol because the trigger, the reset is excellent, the trigger is excellent, the take up on it is kind of long, I gotta say, but it's not gritty like past triggers have been. Say the Shield trigger, the take up on it is kind of gritty, and that's kind of a problem, but it shouldn't hinder you from shooting. Now, Smith & Wesson said that this is a 5.5 trigger, and I've been pulling with my I think it's the trigger scale, and I'm getting around 5.5 on a good pull. Well, a little above 5.5, but I'm saying it's accurate based upon the trigger pull scale I have. It's definitely right around in the ballpark for what they said compared to other companies. And they said the Shield had a 6.5 trigger. It has around a 7-pound trigger, so they're kind of off on that. But as far as anyone ever being close to telling the truth on their trigger, it was on this gun. This is a nice, crisp trigger. So when people talk about the trigger, you got to ask what they're comparing it to. Are they comparing it to the previous model, or are they comparing it to an Apex? Because I've shot the previous model, I don't own a previous model, and the trigger difference is night and day. Now, when they say the trigger is better, most people was comparing it to an Apex trigger kit. Now, Apex specializes in triggers, so I really hope that their specialized triggers are better than any factory trigger. That's why people go out and buy them. So you're comparing apples to oranges there. This is the version 2, so they're saying it's better than the first model. So like I said, apples to oranges there. I have about 600 rounds through this gun so far. I actually concealed carry it. It is, believe it or not, able to be concealed carry comfortably. This the palms, the nice texturing does get your stomach sometimes, but a lot of people wear undershirts, so that's not a problem. Just standard 3-dot sights, just as well as any other M&P pistol. Just the 3-dot sights. The grip on it is night and day. The grip on the Shield and the regular M&Ps are just okay, but this is truly an amazing grip. I was shooting this in very cold weather and I was still able to get a nice purchase on the gun. There's no slipping whatsoever when you're shooting this gun. So, changes to the gun. Metal, triggers better. The metal mag release instead of polymer mag release on different models. The slide is in fact a little thinner. They have a little bit of what they call front serrations. I don't use them. They cut this out right here, I'm assuming for weight reduction. I don't know what else. And you get 4 interchangeable back straps, and of course this more aggressive grip, which is amazing. It's not overly aggressive, it's just perfect in my opinion. Now, everyone has been asking, what is this? Well, that is for when, say your gun's locked open like this, and you go to seat a mag. People said that in the previous M&P model, when you go to slam the mag into place, the slide would just drop. So this is an extra slide lock. This is to reinsure that before you're ready to chamber that round, it doesn't, because it may be a problem for some people. I never had the issue. I only used the previous model a couple times, but that's to fix that. So when you're going to put the mag in, let me show you an example. You go to put the mag in, so you put it in and punch it like that. They would say the slide would close in previous models. I never had that issue. A few people I talked to said they never had that issue. One person I asked that was a SWAT officer said he did have that issue once, but that was just about it. So that fixes that. So what else is new on it? What else is new is they extended the metal the whole way through the chassis. Now the reason why they did that is to help with frame rigidity, accuracy, and to fight against recoil, and it does a good job of that. This is a nice solid feeling gun where you're shooting it. Another different is they changed the trigger design a little bit. As you can see side by side at the very back, there is a little bit of a difference. Now the reason why they changed that, I'm just going to actuate these. The reason why they did that is to help to have a more crisp, more trigger, and less moving parts inside of the gun. Ultimate reason why they did that is, like I said, to help with accuracy, and it just makes for a better trigger. It makes it easier to pull, less pull overall, and efficiency. So is this worth the money? Most definitely. In my opinion, it's night and day compared to the version 1. Like I said, it depends what you're comparing it to, but if you're comparing it to the version 1, it's night and day. Now, initially they came out with this, and they came out with the extended slide and FDE. I went ahead and picked this up because I still wanted to have this for concealed carry. I do plan on picking up the FDE version eventually. Now, I've had nothing but good experience with this pistol. It's accurate. Another thing I'd just like to specifically touch on is, if I didn't already mention it, is the accuracy on this pistol. I had barely any experience with the full-size M&P first generation, if that's what you want to call it. I went out there and bought this because I was actually in the market for a full-size M&P because I wanted to get my hands on one, and I just got lucky enough that Smith & Wesson released this. I knew this was coming out, I just didn't know it was going to be this fast or this early, and I'd have access to it this early, which I had it in my hands 3 days after it was actually released, which is amazing for me and a first for me. I never get that lucky. But anyway, my first 8 shots with the gun was dead center in the middle of a silhouette target. I'll throw up pictures here and I'll show you how accurate this gun is. It's comfortable to carry, it's comfortable to handle, it's comfortable to shoot, and it's reliable. I've shot it in 10-degree weather with breakthrough clean technologies, lubrication of course. There's no unusual wear problems. I have 600 rounds through it. The feed ramp looks good. The ramp row looks good. It's all wearing in very well. Nothing unusual or nothing to be worried about. Now, this came with a thumb safety. I had it taken out because my grip it would interfere with the safety, and the safety is not passive like it is on the M&P Shield. It's very passive and minimalist on the Shield, but on the full-size M&Ps, it was unpassable. I had to have it taken out. That's one thing I don't have to worry about when I go to draw on someone that's threatening my life or someone else's. So when you take this out, when you get the thumb safeties taken out, if you just email Smith & Wesson, they will send you frame plugs. You can see there was holes in the frame where the safety was, but I took them out, took the rear sear housing block out, made a video on that, and put those back in. So this is a great pistol. You can definitely pull it off for concealed carry. So let's talk about some things that is realistic for this gun. Now, concealed carry, yes, it can be done. That is a lot of rounds for a pistol. 17 plus 1, 18 rounds. That's more than what you need in a gunfight, in a one-on-one civilian gunfight. Statistics would show. So it's plenty. If you really want to make it work for concealed carry, it can work for sure. I recommend concealed carry. Concealment Express, of course. They're affiliates and partners and sponsor of the channel. I'll leave a link in the description, as always, to their website. Go on there and buy a holster. It helps out the channel. Coupon code right here, Sheepdog Army, is the coupon code. Would I go to war with this pistol? Yes, I'd most definitely go to war with this pistol. If I was told crap was about to hit the fan and I had little time to get ready, this would be the pistol I grab. I grab this pistol and all 4 mags, as many mags as I can grab to carry, and I'm going to war with this pistol. It can come in 9mm or 40 caliber as of right now. I did not see a 45. There may be a 45 out. Not sure. Now, another thing, these will interchange with any regular M&P first generation holsters, so that's good. And any first generation magazines. So if you still have your first generation magazines, don't throw them away. They're still good. These two are still first generation magazines. They still work good in the 2.0. No issues. Still locks back, still functions 100% good. Now, as I said earlier, this comes with 4 interchangeable back straps instead of 3, and it comes with a very nice case that you can carry around and just leave your back straps in. Overall, very reliable. I'm very satisfied with the gun. I like it a lot, and I plan to get another one just for a project gun to do some awesome things to it. So would I go out and spend the $500 again if I rewound and I knew what I know about it today? Yes. This pistol was 100% reliable. No issues with unforeseen wear or no issues with it at all. I've not heard any issues about anything since it was released. Now there's people saying that the trigger isn't better. Like I said, apples to oranges. Overall, you make the call. I'm giving you the go-ahead. M&P M2.0, acclaimed Sheepdog approved. This will stay in my rotation for years to come. So I hope you guys like this review. Let me know what you guys thought. And as always, it's been acclaimed Sheepdog.